This is Paul Newman, and if you are seeing this screen, I am hoping to assure you here that the live stream will start very soon. So please stay tuned. Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to what is another video taking a look at a Classic Watch 2024 possible today. Thank you very much for dropping by, supporting the video, supporting the channel, as you have been doing over the last couple of years. It is very much appreciated. Right, before we crack on with the horse, classicwatch24.great/site.net. That will be the place where you should be able to find all these horses over heading towards the Classic Trials of 2024. All things being equal. But for now, the horse I'm going to take a look at today is a Group 1 winning 2-year-old. It won in France in the Prix Marcel Boussac, and that horse is the Aidan O'Brien trained Justify sired opera singer, owned by the Coolmore conglomerate. You will see there that we have actually a lilac roller who we have already taken a look at on the site, has actually beaten this horse back in 2023 in August. Since then, though, a fortnight later, Opera Singer has come back and won a Group 3 by 6.5 lengths at the Curragh. And then on the 1st of August, the race we're going to take a look at the end of this video, it won by 5 lengths in the Prix Marcel Boussac, the leading Group 1 race over a mile for 2-year-old fillies at Longchamp's Arc Meeting. You'll see there, though, that despite doing that, her Racing Post rating is only 111 at this stage. I imagine she'll need to improve by a vast amount than that, or we are looking at a poor crop of 3-year-old fillies this year, if that rating or anything around that rating is good enough to win a 3-year-old fillies classic. But the horse is quite well bred. We're going to take a look at the pedigree of the horse now. People will see that it is family 22B, and it's currently won €282,430, currently in 5 runs. Like I said, 22B, this one here, when I actually looked for it on the legacy page, it actually took some finding. It did. I'll explain how and where we got to where I needed to be at the time. But for now, we're going to take a look at the first 5 dams, as we always do. We can take a look at the first 2 on the Racing Post, because we can trust it there, I think. The first dam, Liscana, foaled in 2004, sired by Sadler's Wells, was trained by David Watchman, and was owned by Mrs. E.M. Stockwell. You'll see there that she was rated around 104, winning 2 of her 11 starts, including 1 listed win, 1 stakes win, where she won the Group 3 Ballyogan Stakes of 2007. The best mark what the Racing Post gave her there, though, was 104, where she was well beaten, given a penalty at the same Group 3 level in the 2007 Concord Stakes at Tipperary, where she was given a rating of 104. You'll see there that she really was average, it's fair to say. The second dam, I think it was quite similar. La Hinch, sired by Danehill Dancer, out of a dam called Dubla. This time trained by Aidan O'Brien, and as well owned by Mrs. E.M. Stockwell. Rated a few RPRs higher, and it did win 1 more pattern race. It won 3 out of 11 starts, according to the Racing Post, including 2 pattern race victories. It won a listed race in 2001. It won the Entrepreneur Stakes, and it also won the listed Leopardstown 1,000 Guineas Trial Stakes in 2002 at Leopardstown. It ran it in the 2002 UK 1,000 Guineas. It was 7th behind Kazia beaten 3 1/4 lengths. But the Racing Post is saying its best form, its best rating of 107 was gained when it was placed in the Group 2 Rockvale Stakes of 2001. And it was also fourth in the 2001 Cheveley Park Stakes, behind Queen's Logic, albeit, beaten by 9 3/4 lengths. So you'll see there that it was sort of, again, rated 107. The second dam rated 104. The third dam of the horse, Double, sired by Private Account, foaled in 1987, and she was unraced. The fourth dam, Separate Checks, foaled in 1981, sired by Be My Guest, has only finished well, only won one of her 14 starts, finished second on one occasion. $12,000, sent to France, age 9. And the fifth dam, foaled in 1973, was Paint the Town, winner of 5 of her 15 starts. In the first 3, 8 of 15 starts, and a total earnings of $142,000. She was the winner in France of the Group 3 Prix de Royaume. She also won the Grand Prix de Nantes and the Prix de Bellevue, and also the Grand Prix de Évry, a Group 2 race in France. She won. She was also placed in other races, pattern races in France, as well as racing in England and Germany. Very decent fifth dam there. I did mention that it was quite difficult to get on the Legacy site. I had to go all the way back to, before I got a really hand of where I needed to be, I need to go all the way back to 1896. And a horse called Striker Light. It was very difficult to find as well. It took a while. There she is there. I didn't quite notice the, what's it called? The hyphens in behind her name. And then once I got to 1896, I managed to find the others. The Crepuscule, Evening, and Evening Bell took us all the way down here from Striker Light to Crepuscule, to Evening, and then to Evening Bell. But it was then, around then, that it got quite tricky. Belle de Nuit in 1963, the sixth dam. I couldn't really find her on there, so we were a bit off up to around the sixth dam. But there's some good immediate horses related to it, as well as the odd decent horse through history. But this is the sort of filly that I'll be on the fence with regarding the classics. It's actually a half-sister to Hit It a Bomb. Hit It a Bomb was also a Group 1 winning juvenile, winner of 3 of his 7 starts out of the first 3 in only 2 of them, and he earned $626,000. It is a Bomb won the Breeders' Cup Juvenile at 2, and the Star Appeal Stakes also at 2. At 3, it was only Group 2 and Group 3 placed. Never won a race at 3. The horse is at stud, though. We can see how it's been getting on. Sired 9 stakes winners, 5 graded winners individually, for a total of 15 stakes winners and 8 graded stakes winners. Crops at the moment seem to be the best in the 2018 and 2019 at the moment, you'll see. But they are pretty much spread between ages 2 and 3, beginning the most effectiveness. Effective more really in Argentina. 9 of his stakes wins and 5 of his graded wins have come in Argentina. He has a lot more runners in Argentina than he has had in the United States. At this point, both his runners, according to this site, in Great Britain have won. But they've run 36 times between them and won 4 times. I think that's right. There's not much going on really outside of Argentina. This stallion, you'll see, Hit Emerit is a Group 1 winner in Argentina. And then you had Tis the Bomb, Group 2 winner of the Bourbon Stakes. It was also second and in the Breeders' Cup the year Modern Games won it. That didn't count for betting purposes. This horse actually passed the post second, Tis the Bomb. It was also fourth in the Racing Hall of Fame Stakes, Group 2. And there's others there as well that have been in Argentina and America. But it's hard to say whether you would class this as a success at stud. It seemed to have found a niche at least currently. If people look at the crops though of 2021 and 2020, you'll see that this wasn't as much of a demand for it then as outside 73. And then it's down to the 40s and the 20s and the 80s moving forward. It's also Brave Anna, but regarding the pedigree, you'll see that this one is also out of Liscana. And is Brave Anna, another Group 1 winner. At 2, she won the Cheveley Park Stakes of 2016, as well as winning the Albany Stakes at Royal Ascot. At 2, she won 3 of her 7 starts and £158,000. But again, no win, age 3 for Brave Anna. Other horses. Now we're going down to the second dam. These horses are out of Lahinch. The Bogbury actually won the Racing Post Trophy, I think. Well, it was fancied for it. It said it never actually won it. I must have gotten confused with another horse. The Bogbury won 2 out of 17 starts and was placed in 5 of his 17 starts. Rated 116 by the Racing Post and winner of $163,000. You'll see that it won the Group 3 Kilturnan Stakes. And it was Group 2 placed in the Prix d'Harcourt and the Prix d'Ola. And it was also third in the Craven. Went to stud in Hungary at 2000 in 2011. You'll see there that Lahinch is the dam of that. And Lahinch is the second dam of this horse, Opera Singer. An Oaks Place horse foaled in 2017, Ennis Teeman. Was actually placed in half of her starts, 5 out of 10 races. But she only managed to win one of them and just under £96,000 she won. She never won a pattern race, but she was placed when runner-up in the 2020 Epsom Oaks. She was also second in the Group 2 Ribblesdale as well as second and placed in 2 Irish listed races, the Harry Harriet Stakes and the Oyster Stakes. A horse that's classic placed is always worth a second look when thinking about a horse, to put a horse on a classic watch site. We've had to go back a fair while then, I had to really, to link it in to some other classic horses. I found this horse that was foaled in 1960. Doesn't tell me how many races that she won, but she did win the French Oaks of 1963. But we're going all the way back, past the early horses. Go to Crepuscule and Striker Light of an evening territory here. Censored foaled in 1914. And then you've got Striker Light, a long way back in the pedigree of the 1963 French Oaks winner. Belle Ferronniere. Yeah, she's the 8th dam of it. She's about the 8th or 9th dam of this horse as well. Opera Singer. High Fleet is another one I found. High Fleet was foaled later than that, foaled in 1933. But he did win half of his starts, 15 of his 30 starts, and was placed in 29 of his 30 starts, winning just under $50,000, which is in the 1930s quite a lot of money. This is a horse that was actually, it won the Coaching Club American Oaks, which is nowadays a Grade 1 race. She won it in 1936. She won other races as well, Ritchie Handicap, the Catskill Handicap, the Autumn Handicap, She was at third in the Shulleyville Stakes at 3. The champion 3-year-old filly of 1936. High Fleet, trained by Bert Mulholland, a Hall of Fame trainer. Striker Light is actually the third dam of this horse. Foaled in 1933. De Seeker, foaled in 2002, is the winner of the 2005 Italian Derby, sired by Sri Pecan. You'll see there again that we're going a fair way back, really. There would be more convincing cases made in our videos for classic winners than this horse, Opera Singer. Without any shadow of a doubt, on pedigree, you'll see there that Crepuscule and Striker Light are featuring in the back of both pedigrees, Opera Singer and De Seeker. De Seeker won £347,000, winner of the 2005 Derby Italiano, and fourth in another Group 1, the Premio Vittoro di Capua, entered stud in Italy in 2007. Bit of Japanese classic form from 2001. Winner of 5 of her 13 starts. Daiwa El Cielo won 281 million yen. She was the Japanese Oaks winner of 2004. She also won the Daily High Queen Cup, Group 3, and she also won the Keihan High, Group 3. Japanese Oaks winner of a 2004, which suggests really that this horse, Opera Singer, should at least stay a classic trip. We've seen a French and a Japanese Oaks winner there. You'll see that we're going quite a way back to Evening Bell, the 1945 foaled horse. And she is, I think, the 6th or 7th dam of this horse. And she is the 5th dam of Daiwa El Cielo. Like I said, there would be better convincing horses on pedigree than this one. Overskate was an interesting horse that I found. It won a lot of races. 24 of 42 starts this horse won. Placed in 33 of 42 starts. Winner of $791,000. It's the Canadian Horse of the Year twice, in 1978 and 1979. Also a Canadian Hall of Fame inductee. You'll see there it won a couple of Grade 2 races. The Pattern in 1978 won the Grade 2 Bowling Green Handicap. It also won the Stars and Stripes Handicap, the Bernard Barouche Handicap. At 5, it won the Jockey Club Cup of Group 2. It was also third in the Group 1 United Nations Handicap at 4 of 1979. Twice the Canadian Horse of the Year. Overskate. Like I said, you know, we've got all this section here. We've got Striker Light all the way down to Evening. We've got a chance to cover a lot of years here from 1896, to 2001. There's not that many, really, considering that with some of the other lines that we've looked at. Yeah, this is an interesting horse, though, 22B, because you'll see the form it's won its last 2 group races by 11 lengths and a half lengths combined. I mean, we could be looking at on form the dominant 2-year-old filly in Europe. So it really does warrant very close attention. I think something will have to improve past it. And if it can sustain its form and maybe even improve 9 or 10, as most of them do with age, you might be looking at around 120 rated filly. That would be the best on her line, though. I think from memory, Brave Anna was 112, It is to Bomb 114, Bogbury 116. Around that, you see they're flattening out at. On Racing Post ratings. But this one is sired by Justify. But before we wrap this video up, let's watch the horse win at Longchamp, shall we?
Them home.
Donation and the last of them fought a mile, 1,600 metres. These 2-year-old fillies have here. They race away. Freville just backed away from the starting stalls there. She's one of the last to get away. Voodoo Magic on the right in the orange at the back as Darnation bounds through to be the leader early on. Her market rival Opera Singer on the left with the white face of the first 2. To show in red, Rose Bloom behind those. Zamdi, green, pink and white colours is next. Ribeltagia, the light blue and yellow yellow Le Pavo, mainly black jacket, a yellow cap. They're together in 5th and 6th places. Extraordinaire is next. Blue and green, Frankie Dettori. The orange colours of Voodoo Magic alongside. Frevel is next, and she's very narrowly ahead of Julika, who's to the right of picture, maybe just out of shot, a little bit of red cap at the rear of the field. 8 to 10 lengths behind Belida, which is Opera Singer, as they make their way down the side of the course on towards the home straight. Leading very narrowly to Darnation in 2nd place. Rose Bloom against the running rails behind these in 3rd, and then comes Zamdi. Le Pavo is just in behind still. Rivoltagia, Voodoo Magic behind these, and then comes Extraordinaire. Frevel and Julika, the back markers. They're into the home straight. They're heading down inside the final 500 metres. The white face of Opera Singer in front to Rose Bloom in the red, slipstreaming a Darnation behind these. Le Pavo is next as they head down inside the final 300 metres. Opera Singer extending away in front here. Leader's got to be 3 lengths to Rose Bloom in 2nd place. Le Pavo behind those, but inside the last 200 metres, Opera Singer not going to be caught. She's won it handsomely. Rose Bloom is 2nd. Le Pavo, Rivoltavia, Darnation behind those to Julika, Extraordinaire, Frevel, Voodoo Magic, and they trail back to Zamdi at the rear of the field. So a 3rd win.
I mean, people saw there just how dominant this filly looked at Group 1 level, age 2, back in October. Like I said, last 2 group wins have been by a combined total of 11.5 lengths. We've got a horse caught in a Lilac Roller, who has already beaten her. She was also 8th in the maiden, won by another horse that we've got on side, the Fillies Mile winner, Yilang Yilang. It'd be interesting when we come to sort these two out, what ratings are with Yilang Yilang and this horse here, Opera Singer. But moving towards the Fillies Classics, I do think that Opera Singer deserves her place in consideration, purely down to the fact that she's been so dominant at 2. She's related to horses like Ennis Teeman. I remember Ennis Teeman going round. She gave some good, honest runs in classics. And if this one is a little bit better than that, with Side by Justify, a little bit better, then this horse will enter into equations, definitely. If anything, maybe even up to 1.5 miles. You saw there that there's Oaks winners in the pedigree that we saw. But for now, I'm going to wrap this video up now. Thank you very much to everybody for watching it. What I will do at the end is I will leave a playlist of all the Classic Watch 2024, the 2-year-old videos actually. All the 2-year-old videos I will include a playlist for. And I will also give everybody an opportunity to subscribe to the channel if they haven't so already, if they wish to. But for now, take care everybody. Thank you very much for watching and look after yourselves.